So the next one also, next example, if we want to prepare vinyl. This is the vinyl alkyl ethers, or maybe methyl ethyl you can take. Here this is the vinyl group, vinyl alkyl ethers. Okay now, in such case also, so must and shouldly you should take this is as sodium phenoxide. Okay, this is in the form of sodium. Okay now, sodium ethenoxide. Okay now, so and also then this is alkyl chloride. Now it should be attack here, then chlorine eliminate. Now we get double bond CHOR, right? So but if you take reverse manner, okay, you take reverse manner. So here this is only correct, reverse is not possible, right? So this is the better. It is difficult to prepare, okay, then reverse manner is not suitable. Next, properties, okay. So the ethers, okay, they have ethers are the colorless liquids and characteristics odor. Ethers are colorless liquids, and they have a characteristic odor. Okay now, but diethyl ether has pleasant odor. Diethyl ether has pleasant odor. Okay now, smell, pleasant odor, and they have low boiling points. They have low boiling points. They have ethers have very low boiling points. Okay now, there is no intramolecular hydrogen bonding. In ethers there is no intramolecular hydrogen bonding. No hydrogen bonding. Okay, there is no hydrogen bonding in this case. Okay now, so diethyl ether boiling point. So diethyl ether boiling point, if you say, this is the diethyl ether, its boiling point very low boiling point. So nearly it have 34.5 degrees. 34.5 degrees Celsius. Okay now, so the diethyl ether have very less boiling point, whereas in the case of ethanol have the boiling point of 78.1 degrees. Why? Because which have hydrogen bonding. Due to hydrogen bond in this molecule, OH is there. If OH is there, definitely they ensures hydrogen bonding. OHU, FHU, NH bonds, so it present hydrogen bonding. But in the ether there is no hydrogen bond, so that's why there are less boiling points, and they are easily volatile. These are more volatile. Less boiling point, more volatile, right? So these are the properties. Okay, and the solubility, if you see, they can be soluble, okay now, in water also. They can be soluble in water, okay now, because they have hydrogen bond. Soluble in water due to presence of hydrogen bond. Okay, so due to presence of hydrogen bond, they soluble in water. Okay, due to lone pairs, so due to hydrogen bond with water, they can be soluble. So hydrogen bond, so soluble in water. Okay, so if alkyl group, these R group chain increases, then solubility decreases. Generally R group chain length increases, solubility always decreases. Okay na? So these are the common properties, and now we are going to discuss about chemistry. chemical properties, right? So if you see the chemical properties, number one, reaction with the chemical properties. The ethers are very less reactive than alcohols. Okay, na? Because they don't have active hydrogen. Reactivity of ethers less than alcohols. Less than alcohols. Okay, na? Because the reason absence of active hydrogen. Active hydrogen mean OH bond. Active hydrogen mean OH bond. Okay. వస్తుంది. Right? So OH bond is not there. So that's why they have less reactive. Next, first one, reaction with okay, hydrogen iodide. Okay, na? Reaction with low concentration of hydrogen iodide. Okay, na? At low temperature, at cold condition. Cold. Hydrogen iodide must be very cold and which is having low concentration. Okay. So in such case, the reaction, these are also very, very important. Now R dash if you take, so HI if you take, okay, HI if you take, here what happened, this oxygen have lone pair, so this lone pair should be abstract to H plus from HI, and here oxonium ion will be formed. Now after this I minus attack here, okay, like this, ROH plus R dash I, okay. So it may be I minus, if attack here, the bond cleavage here takes place. So Ri plus R dash OH. So this type of product, alcohol and alkyl iodide will be formed. Okay, na? If R dash are different, then we'll get that different products may be formed, right? So if you take some examples, so alcohol and alkyl iodide, okay. So the real example, if I take diethyl ether, okay. So diethyl ether, if you take, both are symmetric, na? So symmetrical, in the case of symmetrical ethers, so HI may be any side attack, okay, na? In the case of symmetrical ethers, okay, na, HI any side may be attacked. So because we'll get the same type of products. So alcohol, ethanol plus ethyl iodide is the product. Ethyl iodide, okay, na? So this is a symmetric. Iodine may be this side attack, hydrogen may be that side attacks. There is no problem. Same products will be formed, okay, na? Ethanol and ethyl iodide. Ethyl iodide is the product. In such case, no problem, right? But in the case, if you take unsymmetrical ethers, okay, na? This is the symmetric ethers. If you take like this, if I take unsymmetric ethers, if you take, for example, so this if you take, then the product formation is follows SN2 mechanism, okay, na? Follows SN2 mechanism. Hydrogen iodide if you take, this follows SN2 mechanism. I minus will be always attack at less number of carbons side, okay, na? Less number of carbons side will be attacked. So first here first H plus will be attacked, okay. So CH3O CH2 CH3 and here H here plus charge. Next I minus will be attacked here and here cleavage takes place. So SN2 so methyl iodide plus ethyl alcohol. Okay, methyl iodide and ethyl alcohol are the products. Okay, so if both are methyl and ethyl groups, okay, methyl group or ethyl groups, SN2 mechanism follows, and iodine will be attacked at less hindered side. Iodine attack at less number of carbons containing side. So I minus attack at less number of carbon side. Okay, now in such case SN2 mechanism follows. Okay, right.